way our guys responded to the challenge over the last week of being better than we were at last Thursday's orange and blue scrimmage. We didn't think we were up to our standards and very good in a lot of areas. I think we practiced well between the orange and blue scrimmage and tonight's game, and we did some good things tonight. We were better than we were last Thursday. I thought that was the one highlight. I thought the second highlight was the fact that, and obviously no one wants to get down 11 like we did early, but I really was curious to see, and if you notice, I didn't call a timeout on purpose. I wanted to see if they could kind of fight their way through it, and they did. I thought we showed great poise, led by our veterans, where we didn't panic, we didn't flinch, just kind of hung in there, stayed the course. We didn't go out of body and do things that we shouldn't be doing. I thought we stayed within our character. I thought those were the two things that I learned the most without having watched the film. I want to give Harry's team a lot of credit. They came out very confident, very aggressive. They came at us and made shots early. It was great to have him back. Obviously he was a graduate assistant here in the 60s and certainly as a McKendree graduate as well, and has meant a lot to that program and has done a great job coaching there, obviously in the midst of their transition from NAIA to Division II, which is never easy. But we're pulling for him, and as a former Illini, it was great to have him back. So now we've got work to do between now and next Sunday, a week from Sunday, I guess, will be our second exhibition game. And we've got some time to practice, put some new things in that we need in, brush up on the things that we need to improve upon from tonight's game. We'll start that process tomorrow and Saturday, and then we've got Sunday off this weekend to get refreshed mentally and physically. But I love being around our team. We made some, my dad said we made some young and dumb plays tonight, so I'll have to, we'll have to clean a few of those up. And our guys care enough that I'm certain they'll make every effort to do that. So we're ready to move on and see what we can learn from this one, see if we can get a little bit better between this one and the next time we play, which is against Northwood. Questions?
Started attacking the basket. Did things get a little easier for you, John?
Yeah, I thought our guys did a good job of getting out in transition and driving the ball. The combination of those two things I thought were pretty good. I thought our pace was good for the most part tonight. I thought that Abrams and Tate did a good job of pushing the ball, and I thought for the most part we ran fairly well. So that was good. We drove the basketball. Thought we made pretty good decisions. We had 2 turnovers at halftime. I think we finished with single digits, did we? Yeah, 8. So I thought we made pretty good decisions. Thought our shot selection was good for early in the year. We got off to a slow start offensively, but I thought our looks were great. Missed a few free throws. Probably were just a little bit over-anxious early offensively, but I knew we'd come around.
Take questions for Tracy and John here.
Tracy, what happened with the injury early, and how did you feel when you came back?
I just tweaked my ankle a little bit, got retaped, and just thinking, I got to find a way to help my team out. And, we put it together as a group, and which was pretty good, so, yeah.
As a point guard, what did you think about the way Jalen played tonight, his first action?
I feel like he played pretty good. He looked real comfortable out there. Obviously, us both, there's always room for improvement, but Jalen, he did pretty good out there.
John, those guys were lighting it up from 3, getting in the game. What were you not doing on defense, or were they just?
I'm not really sure. Yeah, we'll watch film and we'll clean it up, but I'm not really sure what exactly was going on. They were just hitting, good shots. So.
John, offensive glass. You got 4 offensive rebounds. It seemed like you're really active out there. I know you watched a lot of film of Tyler Griffey, but how have you kind of delved into your role?
That's just one of the things all the coaches have been telling me. Every practice, every day, just going, hitting the glass hard. So I just got to be able to go in there, whether it's I'm already down there and just trying to push guys out or coming from outside, just trying to get in there and either get a tip out. I got a couple of those today too, just trying to, get my hands on the ball.
You guys made kind of a decisive run there. Late in the first half, a lot of, I think it was 4 freshmen on the floor at one time. You guys as veteran guys have played a lot of college basketball. What's it like to see those guys maturing and getting better on a daily basis?
It's pretty good for our team. We need those guys. Obviously, we need all the guys who lace it up. So it's good for those guys to go out there and gain some experience, just to help us out overall. We all need each other, and that's how we got to, lean on it, So the more chances those guys get to play, the better it help our team.
Anything else for Tracy or John? Okay, we'll let those guys go. We'll continue here. questions for Coach Groce. Coach, what do you talk about the four freshmen being in there with Joe, that run at the last 3 minutes of the first half?
Yeah, I thought that was a really important part of the game. I like the way that group's. Sometimes I go by instinct, and I love their energy. And they were making plays not only on the offensive end, but they were making plays on the defensive end that led to transition offense. And so we stuck with that group there that made the run at the end of the half. I thought they made a lot of plays for us, put us in position where we were up 8 at the half. Really, it was a 19-point turnaround there in the first half. So I thought that group did a really good job. I love their energy.
Jalen have, his point guard skills, are they more mature than some other freshmen?
Well, I always said he's got an ability to lead and communicate. I noticed that when watching him, prior to him coming. He loves to learn, student of the game, makes good decisions, has accepted his role. Sometimes it's difficult for freshmen to do that. He's accepted it, and he understands what we need him to do out there, and I thought tonight he did some good things for us.
How has John kind of accepted that role as well with his four spot? He seemed really active tonight.
Yeah, just very active, played hard, was, as you talked to him about, Jeremy, was really lively on the offensive glass. I thought he was really active. I loved the pace at which he played the game tonight. John's really a smart player. I mean, really smart guy. Picks up things really quickly. He's been a great asset in addition to our team.
I'll ask the same question about the threes. It seems some of them were wide open, but some of them were very contested.
Yeah, they made a few, Rob, I think. Obviously I haven't watched the film either, as John alluded to yet, but they made a few that were tough. But I thought we overhelped a little bit on some of them. We'll have to take a look at it. Part of it, too, was adjusting to the new rules from the officiating perspective that are the points of emphasis for this season. Obviously there were a lot of fouls called. There are a lot of fouls called both ways, So we've got to clean that up, and we've got to figure out how to play harder without fouling.
I heard you one time on the bench say last year that would have been a charge. This year it's a block.
Yeah, it's
because of the new
different
rule.
rules this year. Yeah.
Does that impact
Well,
the way you
obviously it helps the offense. It does. I think you saw that tonight, a couple plays there where, the new rule is that when the offensive player starts his upward motion or his move, if you're not stationary prior to him starting that upward motion or move, it's a block. So that really errs on the side of assisting the offense. Tonight you saw that. I thought the officiating was very consistent, and we've got to be able to adjust better.
How was Tracy different in this than the scrimmage?
Thought he was better. I thought in the scrimmage defensively he was out of position a lot. I expect more from a guy who's been in our program for a year. He knows what he's doing. And tonight he played like he practiced post-orange and blue scrimmage. I thought he did some really, really good things. Tracy wants to be good. He cares at a high level. He's a great kid.
You guys scored over 100 points tonight, but I think the defense has kind of shifted the tide when they had to run early. What would you like about what you saw on that end?
Well, I thought our defense led to those opportunities that we were able to get on offense, Marcus. I thought that, the better we defended, the more first-time defensive rebounds we were able to secure. We forced some turnovers. That allowed us to get out and transition, use our athleticism, get out and run, increase the tempo of the game. And then the thing that was encouraging to me is we were playing at that tempo but only had 8 turns playing that tempo, So that part's pretty encouraging because I think it's really important that this team takes care of the ball.
Did you get to mix and match like you wanted to tonight? What'd you think of?
I really, usually in exhibition game 1, Jeremy, I'll have it scripted, what combinations of players we want to play and mix and match and all that. Tonight I did not for the first time in my career. And the reason why I didn't is previously, you wouldn't have been able to practice in the summer till last summer. Previously you wouldn't have started on September the 27th and had a 42-day window to practice 30 days. We'd have been starting on October 15th. So I felt like I had enough information through what we had graded out on film, and we've got a pretty good feel, maybe more so than ever in my time as a head coach for this time of year of knowing what guys can do, what their strengths are. So we've been able to assign some roles to guys, and so because of that, I went more on instincts tonight, in terms of the substitution pattern.
Talk about Maverick and Colbert, and their first time on the floor, freshman big.
Yeah, they did some good things, Rob. They did. You know, we made some mistakes. You know, we fouled jump shooters, which is never a good move. We left our feet on shot fakes a lot. I thought we had some, you know, undisciplined plays that could sniper us later. We've got to be more disciplined defensively with our positioning and staying down, and you know, we'll continue to work some of those fundamentals. You know, Maverick and Austin were, you know, culprits in that a little bit. But the main thing is I wanted them to play hard, and tonight they competed. I thought that Mav and Austin both had great energy.
Anything else for Coach?